All right, there we go. Okay, so thanks guys for hopping on our Instagram training. This training is going to be different than the one that we have recorded already. So if you haven't been through Instagram training part 1, I can tag you in that. We can add it. It's on the team page in a bunch of different places, but basically that teaches you how to grow your network manually. So like actually going in and adding followers and going after people to follow you back. So today's training is going to be part 2, and we're going to go over how to grow your network or organically, meaning people find you. So that way we can get our numbers up a lot faster and kind of tackle it from 2 different ways. So, and this becomes especially helpful when you've already followed 7,500 people. With Instagram, you can have as many followers as they'll give you, but you can only have 7,500 follow you back. So like for me, I maxed out. So I had to take the time to really learn how to grow organically and have people find me. So I just wanted to kind of level set that. If we have time at the end of the hour, I only have my sitter until 5:30. So if we have time at the end of the hour, I can review some tips and tricks from Instagram training 1, but I have a feeling this might take a lot of the time. So 2 apps that you want to have is the Cleaner app. If you don't have that, you want to download InstaCleaner. It looks like a rainbow. And then you're also going to want to download Captivate. That's more for adding people manually, but those are 2 Instagram apps that you should have to grow your business quickly. So we're just going to start with that. And then also, so with the Cleaner, so I'm recording this and I'm going to make a YouTube video and I'm going to post it on both of the team pages. And then underneath that, I'll post a video of how to use Captivate and how to use Cleaner because it takes way too much time to explain. But you never want to follow anybody that's not following you back with Instagram if you're using Instagram primarily to grow your business. And the reason for that is you don't want to be spending your time interacting with people that don't see anything that you post. So you know how like when we do power hours, we spend time and we go and like and comment on people's stuff. If you were to cold message somebody who wasn't following you back about the business or about the products, they would be like, I don't even know who you are. Like, why are you messaging me? You know, so we want to try to avoid that as much as we can. So anybody that's not following you, you should unfollow. And your followers and your following ratio should be pretty close. So I'm going to see if I can pull up my Instagram just to show you guys real quick. I think it's on this one. Ah. Okay. So, so followers and following, you want them to be pretty close in number. I just unfollowed 600 people today, so that's why my numbers are a little bit off, but that's where you can see followers versus following. Okay, so this is different than any of the other trainings that we've done and any of the other things we've talked about. We've always, oh, actually, Kelly said, what about people who don't follow you but like your stuff? If there's somebody who's liking your stuff and they don't follow you, I would send them a follow request because they're finding you through hashtags most likely. So I would follow them for sure. And it kind of depends on if you're public or private. So that was what my next point is we've always taught people to make their Instagrams private. But I think going forward, just based on some of the research that I did today, everybody should probably switch theirs to public. Or a business profile. So I created a business profile today. I just switched it over. And the reason why is because when you have a business account, you get to see all kinds of statistics. Like you can see the age group of the people that are following you, the times that people are looking at your Instagram the most, the types of posts that are getting the most interaction. And you can cater the way you're posting on Instagram based on your audience and your statistics. So you could find out like, out of all of your followers, like how many are under 18 or how many are, 60-year-old men, so if you have 60-year-old men that are following you all the time and you're organically growing your Instagram, then you're not using the right hashtags or you're not posting at the right time. So it kind of like helps you figure out when to post, what to post, how to post, that kind of thing. So I want everybody on this training to change their Instagrams to private or to public, and we're going to give this a try for a couple of weeks and see if your followers grow quicker. And then we can kind of revisit it in a little bit. But I liked a lot of the things that they were saying. It's a way for us to get quality followers, not quantity, because we can utilize the statistics to unfollow people, to, you know, adjust things, that kind of thing. So, all right. Any questions on that so far? I can only see the chat on the Zoom. So if there's any, just let me know. Somebody can just let me know. So right now I have everybody muted, but if you need anything or you have questions, you can ask them in the chat below, or just unmute yourself and ask, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is top 10 ways to grow your followers without adding people. So this is the way to get them to follow you back regularly. Okay, so number 1, follow all Facebook friends and contacts. So I actually want everybody to do this right now. You can follow, like, if you have 2,000 Facebook friends, you can go into your, let me pull it up on mine. Let me turn the brightness down. Oops, that didn't work. There we go. Okay, so this is my, I don't know if you guys can see that, Instagram page right there. If you click on where it says edit profile, like right next to that, the little circle sun looking thing, you can click on that, and then, hey Erin, what's up? And then let me turn this down a little more. Okay, so click on that, and then this screen pops up. And then what you want to do is you want to click on follow Facebook friends, and then it'll populate. So like I have 2,460 Facebook friends at the top, or Facebook friends that are on Instagram. So at the top, all you have to do is click follow all, and it'll follow all of them. So because we grow on Facebook and Instagram, you want to do this monthly. That way you can keep adding people to your Instagram. So go ahead and I'm going to have everybody do that right now. So go ahead and follow everybody. Oops, I just got blocked on Instagram. Let's hope I can get through the training. Okay, so let me know when you guys are done with that. Oh, Hannah said, I sent the same cold message to the same person that I follow on Facebook, so just be cautious of that. Yeah, I only really cold message on Instagram, so I never really have thought about that, but that's a really good point, just in case. Let's see. All right, so go ahead and do that. And then I don't know if anybody uses Twitter anymore. I've never used Twitter, but one way to grow your followers also is to add up at the bottom of every tweet your Instagram profile. They kick Aaron out. He's distracting me. What does that say? Go time? Yeah, it's go time.
I think he just wants to say hi. Sorry.
Hi.
Like a big child.
What's up, guys?
That's cool.
Okay. We're taping this, so say bye. Bye.
Okay. Okay, so the second thing is make sure that yeah, Kathy said I have a Twitter. I know, I was kind of like, man, maybe I should get a Twitter. Like, that's a good way to, you just put at the bottom of each tweet, like, follow me at the Melissa Dean, or whatever your Instagram name is, and then you'll start getting followers that way. Okay, so then the second thing to growing your followers is having a defined audience. So everybody knows my audience is police wives, moms. Most of my audience is like police wives, moms that are usually tired and a hot mess, and wine. Like, those are like my 3 like kind of things that I always follow and things that I always post about. So you want to have, like, if you're a teacher, you want that to be one of your audiences. If you're a workout junkie, you want that to be, you have to remember that those are the things that you're posting to. So you want to think of 2 or 3, I guess, niches that you want to reach out to daily with your posts. So, all right. Third way, this was interesting. We've been talking about adding yourselves to groups and finding people that way to follow, like on Facebook. So this was kind of cool. They were suggesting, this training I did today suggested to start a follow train. And basically you just go on to the group and you post something and say, hey, let's all follow each other on Instagram, post your Instagram below, and let's follow each other. And then everybody posts their Instagram and you just go in and follow them. Like you could get hundreds of followers that way on, hey, you can get hundreds of followers that way if you do that with your group. So I actually want to challenge everybody right now to go out onto one of their groups if you have one and ask them if you can do an Instagram, what I call it, a follow train. So, and then Kathy and Barb, we should pick different groups because we're all in the same group. So anyway, just pick a group and then go ahead and do that. I'm going to pause this for a sec.
So what are you talking?
So, okay, so real quick with the follow train. So basically what happens is like you drop your Instagram name and then they drop theirs and then everybody underneath like keeps dropping theirs and dropping theirs. So then you're going to end up getting like 100 or so, however many people participate in the follow train, follows like for every single time that you do that or every group that you do that in. So that just opens up a whole nother audience for you. And then like you can click on their followers and add their followers. So it's just another way to find people. But to have people really be the ones requesting you because you're starting the train. So they're all going to be requesting you. And then you can just follow them back versus like if you were to jump on a train that was already started, you would have to like go in and actually like manually follow everybody, if that makes sense. So I thought that was cool. That was something I'd never heard of before. Okay, so then the next thing.
Can we, sorry, Mel. Can we just post it right on our Facebook?
Yeah, why not?
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's everybody do that right now too. That's a really good idea. Oh my gosh, I have so many notifications. Yeah, Carrie Ann, Instagram only lets you follow 40 people an hour. So you have to do it a couple times throughout the day. That's why that app Captivate is good because it can auto follow for you for 24 hours a day. But with this, like with adding your Facebook friends, you have to like actually do it every hour. That way it'll add everybody. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but that's a new Instagram rule. It used to be 200 an hour and now it's 40. So it slows us down a lot. Although if we're posting it on our Facebook, we just follow requested everybody on Facebook. So it's kind of doing double work, but maybe it'll help. Let's see. My light's up here. It's like super hot. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to go on to number 4. So number 4 is post images that inspire people to invite your followers to tag their friends or include a call to action. So like an example of tagging someone, you could say like I posted a picture the other day of like a mom holding up a sign and it was like mom hair don't care or something. So you could say like, you know, tag somebody who would do this, or tag somebody, you know, another one would be tag somebody who inspires you daily, tag somebody who made your day, tag somebody who would wear this outfit, like something like that, something that like makes people want to comment on your post. A call to action would just be if you were doing like a join me post or like an opportunity post, a call to action would be message me, text me, reach out, or comment below. So you want to have a call to action on every single one of your posts, or invite people to tag their own followers based on whatever you're posting. So any questions on that so far? Let me see. I don't think so. Whoops. Okay. All right, then the next one. Okay, so this might seem obvious, but I'm going to review it anyway. We want to make sure that we're posting like cohesive pictures, like bright, beautiful pictures that all kind of tell the same story. So you want to brand yourself with your pictures. You want to use the same filters for every single picture that you post. I'm going to screen share just so you guys can see mine again real quick. So I use the white borders on all of my posts, and I use Pick Tap Go, and I do crispity, contrast, and bright side on every single one of my pictures. So you can choose to do black and white. Like if you want all your pictures to be black and white, if you want all your pictures to be under like a dreamy filter, or if you just want them to be super bright, you just want to use the same filters on every picture that you put up. So I like Pick Tap Go because you can save recipes. So like literally I just take a picture and I click on the recipe, and then it does the white border for me, and you can post to Hootsuite or you can post to Instagram, and then your Instagram's already connected to your Facebook. So you can set up your Hootsuite for the entire day in like seconds if you use Pick Tap Go, and I think it's a free app too. And then if you have Android, it's a different app, and I can't remember. Hannah, do you remember what the Android app is? I can't remember. But anyway, so you want everything to look the same. Let me see, I can't see the chat group. Okay, I'll find out what the Android one is if anybody needs it. I think Autumn has an Android. Okay. All right, so the next thing, make your bio enticing. So we are gonna do this right now. If you haven't updated your bio, or if you've never done a bio, you wanna make sure that your bio represents who you are as a person. You want to get, PicLab. Yeah, thanks, Jesse. It is PicLab. You want to make sure that you're using emojis, that it's funny, so like I said, I do a whole lot of, kind of hot mess mom posts. So my first thing on there is mom of 3. I do a lot of police wife posting. So I did police wife. I post a lot about what I'm reading. So I have bookworm on there, yogi life, that kind of thing. And then you can add your Facebook if you want. You don't have to. But you want to make sure that you update your bio so that you have stuff in it. Some people don't have anything at all. So make sure you have 2 or 3 things about you, and then make sure your profile picture is super bright and super clean, and it's just a picture of you, not you holding product, not you with, your babies, like just a clean picture of you. And you also want to make sure that your Instagram name and your bio doesn't say anything about it works. So especially if you're going to have a public profile, because as soon as they see that it works, they're going to be like, oh no, she's going to try to sell me something. Like, you want people to follow you for you. And we're going to be talking about posts and how many posts a day later. So it'll make a little bit more sense. So I'm going to have everybody take 5 minutes and update their bios. And then in the chat, just comment done when you're done. I'll leave mine up so you guys can see it. Okay, perfect. So it looks like everybody's just about done. Feel free if you guys want to screenshot and post it in the Instagram training group that on here. That way, if we have any suggestions, we can reach back out to you after the training's over. Okay, so now, okay, so this is another thing that I learned. If you tag your location, so anytime you post on Instagram, you want to tag where you are, it gets 79% more visibility than posts that you don't tag your location. So Instagram wants you to use the features that they have. So anytime you post anything at all, make sure you tag where you're at. That way more people will see it. All right. Now this is interesting, and I really like this for a lot of reasons. We want to start, we always say post 4 to 6 times a day. From now on, we should really only be posting 2 to 3 posts a day, 3 being the max. And anything else that we want to post or put out there, we should be utilizing Insta Stories or Instagram Live. Instagram Stories, I'm going to go into it in a little bit, but the Instagram Stories actually are favored by the Instagram algorithm, meaning if you're using Instagram Stories, Instagram is going to put your posts out more. So I'd rather have 2 or 3 posts being seen 5 times more than posting 6 posts that aren't being seen at all, or are only going to be seen for like 80 seconds. The post life on Instagram is 80 seconds. So if you put your post out there and you only have 2 posts, but they're 2 really good posts, and you get more likes, it's going to keep going to the top of that feed. So going forward, once a day you should be posting your why for sure, or your story. And that's an easy one because then you can add your call to action. So that kind of takes care of 2 things. You can do a product post if you want. Same rules apply that we talked about before. We don't want anything to be like super spammy. You don't want your first 9 photos to be pictures of just product or pictures of join my team. It should be pictures of you, your family. If you're going to do product, it should be a picture of you with the product or you with the gear. But always do one why post, one type of product post, and then something about your lifestyle, just to keep people interested in what you're doing. So, and then we're going to do the rest will be on Insta Stories, and I'm going to go over that at the end. So let me see if there's anything in the chat. Okay, perfect. You can hear our kids screaming in the back. Okay. Okay. Oh, and then with your 2 to 3 posts, keep a consistent schedule when you post. So the recommended times are in the morning. What most people do when they get up is they check their Instagram, like they check their phones, they check their Instagram, they check their Facebook. So you always want to post first thing in the morning, around lunchtime, and then always at bedtime. And you can analyze in your statistic part of the business profile what exact times are going to be the best for you. So play around with it over the next couple days, and then you can go into your profile and you can look at the statistics, and it'll tell you exactly when most of your followers are on Instagram actively scrolling through the feed. And then just start setting up your Hootsuite for those 3 times. So like for me, I've always done 7, 11, and 7, but I'm going to start doing probably like 7:30, 8, 1, and then 8 p.m. I'm going to wait and see what's going on. So do it every single day at the same time. And okay, so I'm going to go into hashtags and Insta Stories. So I want to make sure there's no questions on any of those 10 things first, because that's a lot of information. Is it easy to update the business part on my regular profile? Yeah, it's super easy. Instagram walks you through everything. The only thing that really sucks is that we can't post our websites. So hopefully at conference this year, they'll fix that. So I just posted my Facebook instead, but it's super easy to switch it over to a business profile. So, okay, no questions so far. Doing good on time. Right, said no love. Okay. All right, so hashtags. This is another reason. This is actually probably more of a reason why you want to have your Instagram on public versus private than being able to analyze the statistics. You can use up to 30 hashtags on every single post that you do. And you don't want to do it on the post itself, but it can be directly underneath the post in the first section of the comments. So the way that I was thinking about it is if you were given 30 lottery tickets and you were like, I think I'm just going to play 5. No, you're probably going to play all 30, right? So like every single one of your posts should have 30 hashtags because we're given the opportunity to reach out to 30 different groups in one post. So just to repeat, it doesn't go in the post itself, but in the comments below. And you can figure out over time like which hashtags work the best for you and just copy and paste it and just switch it up a little bit based on the post that you're doing. That way you're not like, oh, what's 30 hashtags? Like I can't even think about it. Don't use the ones that the free apps give you, like for like, follow for follow. Don't use those. Like that's crap. You're going to get crappy followers back. You're probably going to get teenagers back. So use thoughtful, hashtags. You can make your own hashtag. I have made my own hashtag Team Dean and it has like 4,000 posts on it. So make your own hashtags if you want. I know Ashley Hughes has a really cute one. I can't remember what it is, but I think it's like hanging with the Hughes. So 30 hashtags on every single one. So you can do like where you're at, what you're doing, anything, anything like that. So it'll be interesting to try to start getting it going. But once we get into that habit, I really think once you find 30 that are giving you a good amount of followers back every time, you can just use that same 30 until you want to switch it up and gain more followers. So yes, first line in the comments. Yeah, so Hannah, you put them in the first line of the comments. And if you only do 15 in the first one and then you're like, oh, I just thought of another one, like go back and comment the other one. Because if people search that hashtag, your picture is still going to come up even though it's not in the main top comment section. Even though it's in the bottom where you've gone in and commented after the post, you're still going to show up when somebody searches your hashtag. So if you did a hashtag like, whatever, people do the ones like grateful, thankful, blessed, like those ones you're going to have like millions of people that use the same hashtag. But just to use that as an example, anytime somebody put that in, they would be able to have visibility to your post.
When you do those, when you do like thankful, blessed, motivation, like that stuff, it's usually like coaches that coach you for that too.
Right. Yeah. You want to target your, that was probably a bad example, but you definitely want to target it to your audience. So like, let's say if you're working out, you could do like, gym day, whatever. I don't know anything about working out because I don't work out, but anything like, weight loss, yoga fun, like whatever, just make up 30 hashtags. And your goal is to get in the featured stories. So you guys know when you go onto Instagram and you first log on, you see those like 9 pictures that are like featured photos or videos. Those are from people using hashtags and getting a certain amount of likes back. So every time you go, so if everybody could open their Instagram and like, oh man, I got blocked, shoot. I've been on my Instagram way too much today. Okay, so if you open up your Instagram and you see these featured photos, right? Sorry, my light's like super bright. Let's just go into the search tab on the top and then click on tags. And let's do, I was gonna say Elf on the Shelf, but it has 2 million posts. You wanna find something that has like between like 300,000 and 1 million likes posts or whatever. So let me think of what a good one was. What's a good hashtag?
Kim Kardashian.
Oh heck no, that's gonna have like 17 million. Do IG and then the city you live in and see what comes up. So I'm just gonna do IG California because my city is too small. Okay, everybody do IG California. Let's just do that. So IG California has 36,972 posts. So if I clicked on IG California, it shows you the 9 featured photos. If you click on one of those featured photos, I'm just gonna pick the first one. It has 59 likes. Second one has 35 likes. The third one has 54 likes. So if I post something and I hashtag it IG California, I only have to have more than 54 likes to be featured. Does that make sense? You want to be featured because how many times do you guys go into the featured photos and add the people that are like on the featured photos? So periodically you'll go in and you'll check those 30 hashtags because the more featured photos and top posts that you can be on, the better. So you don't want to Yeah, Hannah uses dog mom. I wonder how many hashtags that one has though. You could do IG dog moms maybe. Let's see, dog moms has, oh, it only has 35,000. Yeah, so if you hashtagged dog moms, oh, I'm surprised that Clark's not on here yet. I'm just gonna start doing it. Okay, so anyway, let's say you do that. At the top here, it gives you tag ideas, other top tag ideas. So my dog is better than yours, doggy mommy, my dog is my child, dogs are better than people, puppy days. So it gives you 5 more options for your 30. Clark has his own Instagram account. Oh my, that's crazy. Okay, so that's hashtags. Let me see what else there was with the hashtags. Oh, you can also hashtag trending topics. So like, you know, sometimes you'll see people that'll be like, oh, it's National Coffee Day or it's National Wine Day. Like on those days, like the big, you know, whatever, social media days, you want to make sure to do a picture of that and hashtag that too, and that'll grow your audience. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, so your goal with hashtags is to end up on the featured post. So I said that. Okay. Hashtag questions. Let's see. So Carrie Ann asked, just to be clear, we make the post, then comment the hashtags. Yes, comment the hashtags. Don't put it in the post itself. If you put it in the post itself, it just looks too spammy. That's why you see people do that like 3-dot thing and then like all of the hashtags. It's just better to put the hashtags in the comments, especially if you're sharing to Facebook. You don't want all of your Facebook posts to have 30 hashtags because hashtags don't really work the same on Facebook. Let's see. We can hashtag on our stories. You can, yeah, I was actually going to show you guys that. You can hashtag on your stories. You can only do 1 hashtag though on each of your stories. So on each picture. Okay. So just to kind of recap all of that. So to get optimal engagement on your Instagram post and to get the most amount of followers back organically, bright, clean, and cohesive pictures, tag your location, include a call to action, and use 30 hashtags on every single post comment, and then review your hashtag ratings to see if you are hashtagging to the right audience. So that goes over the first part. See, I don't see any. Okay, I don't see any questions. So I'm going to go to the next part. So the next part is Insta Stories. We've had a lot of questions about Insta Stories, so I'm just going to kind of review it. I'm going to try to see what the best way to do this is. I wonder if I could share it on here. I can share what my Insta Story that I put up today, and then I'm going to give you guys a couple to put up. So I did the Insta Story that I'm about to share with you guys 2 times already. The first time it got me 35 potential distributors, and the second time I think it was like 28 more potential distributors. So this is like a super easy way to get people to come to you, and people see your Insta Stories way more than they see your posts, like way more. You can see like hundreds of people will look at your Insta Stories, and maybe like you have no idea who's looking at your Instagram posts. So Insta Stories are definitely the way to go if you're trying to engage and you don't want to spam. So let me see if I can share. Okay. So I'm just going to click on my, oops, that's not what I meant to do. How do I go back to Instagram? Okay, just click here. It's harder on my computer. Okay, so this is my story. They last for 15 seconds. So I said, oops. Well, you can read it. I know. Okay, so this is the work from home. So mentor positions open. I have 3 work from home spots. I only allow 3 so I can give more one-on-one time with each business partner. And then this, I made a poll. So it says send me info or I want to join. So no matter what they click on, it's either going to be send me info or they want to join. People aren't going to click on it if they don't want any more info. So what you do, and I'm gonna have everybody put up a poll right now. So I'm gonna give you guys the pictures. We'll just do the same one. And then I'm gonna give you 3 pictures and you can make up your own poll. So let me get in here real quick. So all you have to do is put your picture over my picture. And then, let's see. On the poll, don't do the poll picture until or you can put the poll picture up and then I'll show you how to do the poll. Okay. So I'm sending everything over. Okay, so go ahead and take that first picture and just put a picture of yourself over it. And then let me know when you guys have your pictures ready to post, and I'll show you how to put them on Insta Story. Oh, Hannah, that one's pretty. I love that. Okay. So what you're gonna do, let me open my Instagram back up. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into your Instagram and you're gonna click on your picture in this top corner. Go ahead and click on it. And then you're gonna click on, at the top left corner, it should be your picture and a plus sign. You're gonna click on that. And then you're just gonna add those 3 pictures in the order that I sent them. And then when you get to the last picture, let me know. Oh, sorry, Lisa. Yeah, let me add you. I just added everybody. Are you guys, is everybody in now that needs to be? Eva, I put the pictures in the training group. Okay, so now when you get to your 3rd picture, what you're gonna do is you are going to swipe up and there'll be, oh, sorry, Corey, let me add you. When you get to the 3rd picture, before you hit add to story, swipe up and there'll be a little picture of a poll and you're gonna click on the poll. It gives you the option of doing a question, but you don't have to. And then where it says yes or no, you can edit that to whatever you want. So, and then what you'll do is you'll just put your poll on top of my poll. Like, cause there's a picture, it's a picture of a poll. You're just gonna put it on top of it so that it's layered. And then that way people can click on your poll versus if they just clicked on the picture, they wouldn't be able to actually answer. Let's see, let me see. Okay, how's everybody doing on that? Good? Confusing questions? Make sense? Lisa, you look confused. I just unmuted you. Do you have a question?
This is my everyday look.
You're funny.
No, I'm squinting. I'm trying to look at the screen.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
And my computer's really slow, so I'm really sorry. I'm trying to copy the pictures that you just sent.
Oh, no, you're good. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
How do we take your first picture and put our picture on that?
You can use any pic collage. A lot of people use. Do you have WordSwag?
Yeah.
You can use WordSwag. So basically, put my picture in, and then just do like a period or like a dot or whatever, and then on the next page, at the very bottom, it'll say add photo. I think it says like add watermark, add text, and you want to add a watermark, and then it'll let you add a picture on top of that picture.
Okay, perfect.
That's the way that I do it. It's the easiest.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Hey, Melissa.
Yeah.
I also want to throw in there for the word swag. For whatever reason, I would always see watermark. So I don't know if mine updated or not, or if mine's just weird and everyone else's is normal, but I stopped seeing the watermark option. So you still do that same method, but I now have to click like logo or something like that, and it lets me add an image. So in case anyone has an issue and not seeing watermark, you can still do that same idea, and then at the bottom you click like logo, and then you can add an image.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oops, let me add. Autumn, I'm going to add you to the group. Okay. Everybody done? Good? No? Okay. It does take a few tries to get used to it, and then it's like super fast after that. And I'm going to give you guys one to do yourselves too. That way you get to practice twice. maybe we could try one that doesn't have a picture and see if like that helps. Let me see. I just stole that one from somebody else and it was like really successful for me. So I wanted to share it, but I also wanted everybody to do their own poll. So I'm going to send you guys pictures. So this will be your first one. And then on Insta stories, you can actually type stuff on there. Okay. So next to this little hot chocolate cup, I want you guys to put in there either on Word Swag or with the Insta stories, do 14 days until Christmas. And try to do it through the Insta story because that'd be better.
Are we all gonna do this, or just the ones that couldn't put the picture on? Like,
Everybody.
Are we doing two polls? Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Because I just want to show different ways to do the polls. Where did it go? Oops. Oops.
So sorry, Mel. What are we putting on there? I can't. You're on mute.
Just kidding. 14 days until Christmas.
And then that's it.
Yep. And I'm going to give you two more things to post after that. I just want everybody to use the different features. And then I'm going to send you guys the second picture. So now this is a poll. So you can just post this picture, but you want to add the poll option on top of the poll that's already on there. So it just says, are you done with your Christmas shopping? And then the last one is going to say, would you like to earn some extra holiday cash? So this Insta Stories group of 3 has 2 polls in it. Okay, questions on that? Everybody comfortable?
quick question, Mel. How do you do a poll on Facebook, or can you?
You can't.
You can't. I didn't think so.
Yeah, there's no option for it yet. So the same spot where you guys can see the poll, that's where you can also add hashtags to your pictures, or a hashtag. So that's pretty cool too. Okay, so Insta stories only last for 24 hours. So if you are posting a poll, you want to make sure that you're checking back on who is clicking on the options and following up with them within 24 hours. If you have 40 people say that they want more info, or yeah, they're interested in joining, but your 24 hours goes by, like there's no way to get that poll back. So anytime that you do any kind of Insta story, just make sure that you follow up with it a couple times a day. And then I think the last thing, the other cool thing is you can actually block people from your Insta stories. So if you are doing like a bunch of product posts and you don't want like your friends and family to continuously see Insta stories about your post or the business opportunity, you can actually block them from seeing your Insta stories. So if you're concerned about spamming or anything like that, you can go ahead and do that. Or I've actually blocked 3 people that said they weren't interested, because I'm like, well, they took the time to vote on my poll once, they're going to do it again. So I just blocked them from my stories from now on. Hannah said you can save your Instagram stories as a highlight to your phone now. Can you explain that? I don't know what that is.
So it's pretty new. I don't know when it started, but I haven't really tested it out yet. But so when it's the same idea as when so you do your Instagram story. Okay, it's really new, so I'm not sure off of memory, but like I'm pretty sure once your story is already posted, and because I know me, like once I post my story, I keep clicking it because I keep wanting to look at it. So I'm like, oh, this is a really good story, and I keep looking at it. So and I want to make sure I didn't like misspell anything or it looks good, and I want to check to see who viewed it. But once yours is already posted and you click on yours, I'm pretty sure like at the bottom, there's something that you can click on, and I'm pretty sure it says something like save to highlights. I think it's just that simple. And then I did it, and then when you go to your Instagram profile, be on there. And then I quickly took it off because I didn't want it on there because I didn't know how good that would be if it was about the business. I don't know. I didn't know if I wanted it to be on my actual profile yet. And so I took it off, and then now my profile shows me where I have options to put like 5 stories on there. So I can either hide it or I can unhide it on my end for my profile. So that would be something fun to like play with, to see if like on top of your posts that you're posting about the business, if you want specific posts to talk about, your lifestyle or things like that. So like when we had the Black Friday deal, and we were listening to the family call, and they tell us to get on there and say like who wants to be the first person to learn our Black Friday deals, and they recommended us taking advantage of our, that might be something cool to save on your profile or something like that. So it's a new tool. It's really simple to do, but I haven't tested it out yet. But I think that's going to be something really cool to play with for our business.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't even know that was available. I'm gonna have to play with that too, because I like obsessively look at my stories like, okay, it says 23 hours. I only have, I don't even know, maybe 2 minutes to reach out to all these people, and I'm like screenshotting like the lists and stuff. So that's cool. And then instead of posting the same thing 3 days in a row, you can switch it up a bit. So awesome. All right, guys. Well, that's all I had for how to grow your Instagram organically and some of the new features. So what questions do you guys have? I'm gonna have to just send everybody Instagram training 1 because we're out of time. I believe most people have seen it unless they started this month or last month. So, but any questions at all? Was this helpful, not helpful? I'm gonna stop recording so you guys can ask questions.